Hello students, welcome to Web Technologies online classes. Today I am going to explain about the concept of JavaScript expressions and statements. So JavaScript expressions and statements already have learned in C language also. Actually, control statements, looping statements, all are comes under the expressions and statements. Okay. What are the control statements we have used in C programming language? If condition, if else condition, else if ladder, and also switch statement we have used. And iterative statements what we have learned, what we have already learned in C programming language, while loop, do while loop, for loop. So here also JavaScript supports all those syntaxes, but compulsory we have to use in between script open and closing tags. Okay, because of that is the JavaScript code now. Here also control statements we can use to decide the execution flow of program. Okay, so that's why these are called selection statements, decision statements, conditional statements, and also control statements. So like that we can use number of names. You better to understand first. Okay, and now let us start our session. Right. Expressions and statements. Conditional statements are used to decide the flow of execution based on the different conditions. For example, if you give any condition, if you give the condition, what type of condition in the real time, I would like to explain in the real time example. And for example, a person, if the person want to use one application, if the person may be a student or may not be a student, okay, may be a student or may be a employee. So now I have application about that to check the condition of a person, to check the person, who is that person, maybe a student or maybe a person. So if the person entered age, if the person passed the input age, so if the greater than 25, then he is a employee, and less than 25 he is a student, so like that, if you give the condition, if the condition is true, then student block it will execute. If the condition is false, else block will execute, nothing but employee block will execute. So based on that condition, the program execution direction is changing now. So that's why these are called a decision making system also. Okay, and selection statements, conditional statements, because of here using the conditions now, so that's why these are called conditional statements. And which block you want to execute, that is selecting by the condition now. So that's why these are called selection statements, right? And it is controlling the program execution now, from one direction to another direction based on given condition. The direction will change by itself. So that's why these are called control statements. So these many names we have. For the control statement, we can call it as a conditional statements, and also control statements, and also selective statement, and also decision making system statements, and also selective statements. Here JavaScript supports the following conditional statements: if statement, if else statement, if else if statement, switch statement. Okay, there are 4 types of statements we have, control statements. So if the if statement, we have to see first one. If statement is the most simple decision making statement. If statement is the most simple decision making statement. It is used to decide whether a certain statement or block of statement will be executed or not. It is used to decide whether a certain statement or block of statements will be executed or not. So that is, if a certain condition is true, then block of statement is executed. Otherwise, block of statement will not executed. Right? So carefully observe the condition here. If condition, this is syntax. So in between opening and closing brackets, whatever the statements if you want to write, those statements you can write inside the block. Inside the block, if you open and close the bracket, so this complete section is belongs to if condition. If the condition is true, then the control will enter into the if block, and whatever the statements you have written, so all statements executed, all statement will be executed. And if the condition is false, the control will not enter inside and will not enter inside. Carefully observe. If the condition is true, then control will enter into the block, and what are the statements you have written, all statements will execute. If the condition is false, the control will not enter into the inside of if block. The control will come back to the control will go to the next line of statement, right? Here flowchart is also I have given. Carefully observe. If the text expression is true, then only body of if condition it will execute. If the text expression is false, then the control will not go to the body of loop. The control will come to the next line of statement to execute. Okay? Because of after the if statement you have number of lines you have now. After the if condition, we have some other extra code. So if you based on that if condition, if it is a true, then if block will execute. If the condition is false, then if block will not execute. The control will come to the next line of statement to execute purpose. Okay? Here I have given example. So how to use the if condition in JavaScript, then I will explain practically right now. After that, if else statement, else if statement you can use by yourself. Here I have given examples. Okay? You better to read first, and after that you better to practice. Then only you can understand. So here one example I would like to give right now with practically. So for that I am opening one more notepad window. Here HTML is opening tag and also closing tag, and after that header section we need. Actually header section is also optional. If you want to give, then give as per your requirement, right? Title tag I am using to define the title, expressions and statements. Expressions and statements. The title is expressions and statements. Now body section, open tag and closing body section, and after that here in between script tag we have to use. If you want to inject the JavaScript code, script tag is mandatory. Without the script tag we can't inject the JavaScript code. So here script open and closing tag, in between you have to write JavaScript code. So here I want to check if condition. So for that one variable required. For example, where a equal to 20 I have defined it. Okay. So if a greater than 30, if a greater than 30, then if a greater than 30, then control will enter into the if block. Now document.write function will execute. This message will print a is greater, a is big number. Okay, nothing but, for example, the if condition is true, so that message it will print, right? So if the condition is false, then it will return to the next line of statement to execute. Here I haven't written any next line of statements, so that's why the control will skip. Okay, now I am saving this one. If.html, save as type is all files. Now I am minimizing this one, and now I am clicking this file. Here it is not printing anything. Why? The condition false now. A greater than 30. If use the a less than 30, then if block will execute. Carefully observe. Now I am refreshing the page. Carefully observe the output we got now. The if condition is true because of a value is what actually here 20. 20 less than 30, the condition true now. The condition becomes true here. So then control will enter into the inside. This statement will execute it. That message it will print. Okay, that message it has printed on the web browser. But if the condition is false, the control will not enter into the inside of if block. The control will come back to here. If you have any next line of statement, here it will execute, right? So like that, we can use the if condition. Compulsory in between script opening and closing tag we have to use. In between, we have to write our JavaScript statements and expressions, right? So like that, if condition is working, and if else condition is nothing but here if means already we have discussed it right now. Else means now we have to see the definition. The if statement alone tells us that if condition is true, it will be execute a block of statement, and if condition is false, it won't. Am I correct or not? If in the previous example, if the given condition is true, then only if condition statement will execute. If the condition is false, then it will not execute this block. So for that, but what if we want to do something else if the condition is false? If the condition is false, then that information is also we must have to know now. If the condition is true, then this block of code it will be executed. If the condition is false, then if if block will not execute. Then in that case, but what if we want to what if we want to do something else if the condition is false? This is the question for us actually. But what if we want to do something else? If the condition is false, here comes the else statement. We can use the else statement with if statement to execute a block of code when the condition is false. Okay, when the condition is false. Here I have given syntax. Carefully observe. The if block is common to all. Previously I have explained if condition statement now. If condition syntax, same syntax we have used it. Along with the same syntax, else block is also added. So if the expression is true, then only inside statements will execute of if block. If the expression is false, then else block will execute at that time. At a time, either if block will execute or else block will execute. At a time, both will not execute. Okay, either if based on this given condition, if the condition is true, then if block will execute. If the condition is false, else block will execute, right? So here also given diagram. Carefully observe. Flowchart is this one. If the text expression is true, then only body of if condition it will execute. Body means this one, whatever the brackets open. So inside what are the statements we have? This complete opening bracket and closing bracket is also called if related block, if related body. Okay, so this is else related body. This is else block. So if the text expression is true, then only if body will execute. If the text expression is false, else body will execute. Okay, after that control will comes to the next line of statement to execute. Here I have given example. You better to practice at your home. And if else if statement. If else if statement. For example, till now we have checked one condition. If the condition is true, then the the condition is true, if block will execute it. If block will be executed. If the condition is false, else block will be executed. But here checking only one condition. But if you have more than one condition, if you want to check more than one condition, for that if else if statement is better to use. JavaScript else if statement is used along with the if statement. Here if is common to, already we have discussed it right now. If block, else block is also discussed. But in between we have to write one else if statements. Here when we have to multiple conditions, when we have to implement multiple conditions in our script, then we can use the if, else if and else statements in our code. Carefully observe. So if block is common, else block is also common. but in between else if statements we have to write. Else if, here two else ifs I have written, nothing but as per our requirement. If you have 4 or 5, if you have 1000, check 1000 expressions. If you want to check 1000 else ifs in between if and else blocks, in between we can use the 1000 else if blocks you have to mention, no problem. Here I given expression 1 na. If the expression 1 is true, then if block control will enter into the if block, it will execute the statements. If the expression is false, the control will comes into the first else if statement. If the expression 2 is check again. Okay, if the else if expression 2, it will check again. If the expression is true, else if block statements it will be executed. And if the expression 2 is also wrong, the control will comes to the expression 3 and it will evaluate. It will check the expression 3. If the condition is true, I mean nothing but if the expression is true, then the control will enter into the third else if block and it will be executed all the statements. If the expression is 3 also false, then the control will come to the else block. So default else block it will execute it. Okay, like that. Here that expression, the flowchart is also given. Just observe. If the text expression is true, then statement of block statements executed. If the text expression is false, then it will comes to the next else if statement. Next second expression it will check. It is also true. If it is true, then statement 2 will be executed. If the text expression 2 is also false, then the control will comes to the text expression 3. Then if it is true, then the statement 3 of block is executed. Then if it is also false, text expression 3 is also false, in case the body of else it will be executed lastly. Okay, but in these 3, if any one true, then that block will execute, that block of statement will execute. Remaining all will not executed, it will terminate by itself. Okay, next, here I have given examples, you better to practice at your home. And the next one is switch statement. Next one is switch statement. The JavaScript switch statement is used to execute one code from multiple expressions, and it is also work like a if else if statement. It is also work like a if else if statements, right? But it is convenient than, actually it is else if statement, if else if else. So it is also work like a this, I mean this is also switch is also work like a if else if. Switch statement na fourth statement, and it is also work like a if else if statement. But compared to if else if statement, switch is better than to use, because it can be used with numbers and characters. Switch statement means it is also will check the multiple conditions at a time. If any one condition it will be matched, that block of statements will execute, and remaining statements will not check by the JavaScript engine, right? For that, here I have syntax of the switch statement. Switch statement, here I have given expression. If the expression, it will collect whatever the expression we have passed in between these two functional brackets along with switch statement. So based on that expression, first it will check the first case 1 it will check. It will be matched to the value 1, then the body of case 1 it will be executed. After that, break statement it will terminate by the program, terminate by control here only. Switch statement control it will return, it will break. And if the value 1 is not matched by the expression, then the control will comes to the value 2. Case 2 it will check. If the case 2 matched, then body of case 2 it will be executed, and break statement will terminate by the switch control. Okay, and if case 2 is also not matched, then like that, if you have multiple statements, then you can use the multiple cases. Okay, it will check by case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5 until the matching purpose, until the expression will be matched, then the control will checking by the cases. And if any one case not matched by expression, in the complete switch statement, In the complete switch, what are the cases we have used? That all cases has not matched by this expression, then the default, lastly we have the default block, it will be executed. If any one case it has matched, then default block will not executed, and remaining cases also it will not check by the switch control, right? But at default, last break not required, default block break not required, automatically it will terminate. After automatically the default block will executed, the switch control will terminate by itself. Here I have given diagram also. If the text expression is taken, and it will be checked by the case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case until case n. If any one case matched and remaining cases it will be not checked. Here case 1 matched, this block of statements will execute, the break statement will terminate by the switch control. And if case 1 not matched, case 2 it will check. If it is true, if it is matched with the expression case 2, then statements it can be executed here, and break statement will terminate here by the switch control. And until it will be matched, until the expression matched, the control will checking case 1, case 2, case 3 and so on, case up to case n it will check. If any one case not matched, if all cases checking is over, then any one case has not matched, then immediately the default block it will be executed and default statements executed. Here break statement not required, by default they given, because of default block internally contain break, so that's why here given. Okay, here I have given grades problem, you better to practice. So expressions over right now, and looping statements we want to discuss right now. And in C programming language, what are the loops we have supported? What are the loops the C programming language supported? And Java is also can support those looping statements. Looping statements is also called iterative statements, because of by using looping statements we can iterate number of times. We can iterate the statements, same statements. We can iterate the same statements number of times. So JavaScript loops are used to iterate the piece of code using while, do while and for loops. Iteration means repeatedly it will be executed. For example, the college name if you want to print one time, so for that document.write you can use one time, but 10 times you can use the 10 times, you can write the 10 times that code. But if you want to use 1 crore times, in that case again and again you have to write up. So that is the burden of the user, that is the burden of the that is burden to write the 1 crore lines of code in our program. And the processor reading is also, the processor has also burden to read all the 1 crore lines of statements. So for that we can use the looping statements. So looping statements, in the looping statement, if you give the condition, like 1 crore times, so that 1 crore times it will be automatically repeatedly it will be executed. Do not write again and again same code, nothing but, so that is better to use. Here how many types of looping statements we have? Iterative statements, while loop, do while loop, for loop. So while loop, the JavaScript while loop iterates the elements. The JavaScript while loop iterates the elements for the infinity number of times. For the infinite number of times. It should be used if number. It should be used if number of iteration is not known. When we have to use the while loop, for example, if you don't know the iterations, if you don't know the iteration, how many times you want to iterate that same code, that number you don't know. In that case, you can use the while loop. If you know the number to iterate the number of times, how many, for example, if you know the 10 times, If you know the iteration number, how many times you want to iterate same code, that number if you know, then in that case we can use the for loop. So that is the difference between while loop and for loop. So do while loop is nothing but, I will explain in the, while that discussion is going on time, I will explain. First we have to see the while loop. So while the JavaScript while loop iterates the elements of the infinity number of times, it should be used if number of iteration is not known. If you don't know the number of iterations, for that we can use the while loop. The syntax of while loop is given below. While condition, code be executed. Okay, code be executed. Here initialization, code be executed, increment or decrement, right? So this is we have to use. Here diagram as a flowchart is also I have given, carefully observe. Now I want to develop while loop. Here HTML open and closing tag, script body, header section is optional, so that's why I am not writing anything about the head section. So now I want to use the body section. Body section is mandatory to use. Open body and closing body, and in between these body tags we have to write the script tag. Script open and script closing tag. So here now I want to declare one variable I equal to 1. This is initialization. ZATION, starting point I have declared it. Okay, now I want to use the while I less than 10, I less than or equal to 10. Okay, so this condition I have given. So sometimes we don't know this number, so in that case we can use the while loop. Here I just given 10 times. Okay, so this number is collecting through the input. Okay, if you don't know the number, if you don't know the how many iterations you want to do, you don't know that number. So in that case, this number you need to collect by the input. So then only whatever the input you have passed, that number of times it can be iterate a block of statements repeatedly. Nothing but a same code repeatedly. That number of times it will be executed. Now opening and closing block. For that opening bracket and closing bracket I have used document dot write ln means line by line it will print. So here G Pullareddy degree and PG college. So that string I want to print, right? So after that I want to use the I plus plus incrementing I am doing. So for the first iteration I less than or equal to 10, nothing but I value is what here 1. So this is the starting point for the first iteration. I less than or equal to 10. The condition becomes true. The control will enter into the while loop. The body of statements, nothing but here I have one statement, it will be executed, nothing but printed, and next one the value has incremented. I plus plus means I plus 1. 1 plus 1 is the value. I value is replaced with 2. So again the control will come to the condition. Here I value is incremented, nothing but 2 is the value here. The 2 less than or equal 10. So the condition again it is true. So document.writer it can print like this again it will be increment. So like that this many times iterations will do until the condition becomes false. So if the condition becomes false, then the control will comes to the next line of statement to execute. Right? Now I am saving this one. While.html, save as type is all files. Now I am going to minimize all the windows to execute. So now I am clicking. So it is printing sequentially, nothing but side by side it is printing. So here now I want to use the break br tag I want to use. Then the br tag is break the line. So carefully observe here, 10 times it has printed now. Carefully observe, here I have selected output. So 10 times our college name has printed. So like that, if you want to print 100 times also, it can be print, no problem. 100 I have used now. So this is the starting point, this is the ending point. I value can start with 1 and 100 ends with 100. So 100 times it can be print. Carefully observe. How many times? 100 times within fraction seconds it can be used now. So that many times it can be print like that. So like that, while loop has completed, and next one do while loop. So here carefully observe here, in the while loop, first it will check the condition before while loop execution. Before executing the while loop, first it will check the condition. The control JavaScript engine, first it will check the condition. After that, the control will enter into the block, while loop block. So what are the statements you have written? All the statement it will be executed if the condition is true. So here what it is checking? First the condition is checking, after that while loop executing, while loop body executing. Am I correct or not? But coming to the do while loop, first it will execute the statement at least one time. First time it will be executed all the statements, whatever the statements you have written in the do body. So all the statement at least one time it will be executed. After that it will check the condition. So if the condition is true, then again the body of do again it will be executed. If the condition is false, the body of do while loop, it will be terminated by itself. Here I have given example. You better to practice first, right? Carefully observe. So do while loop, where we have to do it actually? For example, if you want to go an ATM, if you went to the ATM without asking anything, first what it will be asked? First what it will ask for you? Please insert the card. Please insert the ATM card. That message first that is intimating to you. Am I correct or not? So by reading that line, you have to insert the card in the allotted slot. In the ATM machine, right? So after that, please remove the card, it will be checked. So if the transaction is over, again it will be asked, please insert the card. Am I correct or not? Without checking any condition. So first it will be asking, first it is asking now, what it is asking? Please insert the card. After inserting the card, it will ask some other questions. Please enter the PIN, and after PIN is given, the PIN has validated, and remaining options also it will be shown on the screen. So if the PIN has wrong, immediately it will ask again now, please enter correct PIN. So like that, do while is working on that process only. And for loop, the JavaScript for loop iterates the elements for the fixed number of times. Here I have given 100 times. So if you know this number, how many times you want to iterate a block of statements repeatedly, so for that we can use the for loop. If you don't know the end value, how many times you want to iterate, if you don't know that number, for that while loop is better. Okay, so that is the difference between while loop and for loop. So here I have given syntax now. In the while loop, in the for loop, the initialization is also in the single line, the condition is also checking in the single line, and the increment is also done by the single line. Carefully observe. In the while loop, first the initialization here, after that the checking the condition here, after that the incrementing process inside the block we have. Okay, so these three statements, how many lines we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So nothing but this much block you have to write, okay na, for the while loop. But coming to the for loop, so all are assigning in a single line. Initialization, for keyword we have to use, after that functional brackets we have to use, initialization, one semicolon, condition, one semicolon, increment, like that. So these three are checking in the single line. If the condition is true, sorry, if the initialization is over and next control will comes to the condition, it will check the condition. If the condition is true, then the control will enter into the for loop block. The block of for loop body, we have to for loop body executed. So after that the control will comes to the increment operator or decrement. So after incrementing, again it will go to the initialization. Again it will check, sorry, first initialization over, after incrementing again it will check the condition, again it will execute the code, again it will comes to the increment operator, okay, like that. So like that this circle is going on. So if the condition becomes false, then only the control will comes out to the for loop body, right? So here expressions and statements concept is over. In the next class I would like to explain about the functions concept. JavaScript functions I will explain. And today I am going to ending this session. Thank you very much.